Hi, this is Mary Jo Hughes, and I'm your instructor for Math 122. We're going to talk about a flipped classroom first before we begin our lesson. And a flipped classroom takes place in such a way that you watch the lectures with these videos outside of the classroom, and when you come to the class, we work on homework. We get the practice. It's really important that you watch these lectures because this is where you learn the content, you learn the material, you learn how to do the homework problems. And again, when you come to class, we'll then practice what you learned from the videos. The videos will contain some practice, and then we'll build on that in the classroom. If you don't watch the videos, you don't learn the content. Also, each week we'll be having 1 or 2 video quizzes on the content that is in these videos. So you must take notes while you're watching the video. Anything I write down, you should write down. You will need 2 things before we start. You're going to need some paper, either loose leaf or graph paper, and you're also going to need week 1 notes. And these can be found on the portal just next to where you clicked on this lecture. If you haven't already downloaded those and printed them, stop the video and do so, because much of what you're going to do will be written right on these notes. And then you can find these items for the video quiz this week. Okay, let's get started with operations with integers. Now, to add integers, most of you already, well, all of you, should know how to add 2 positive integers. For instance, if I want to add 11 plus 9, I just add the 2 numbers together, and the result is the same sign as the 2 numbers that were being added. Now, if I want to add negative 11 plus negative 9, they have the same sign. So we use the same rule that we use for 2 positive integers. We add them together. The only difference is the result will have the same sign as the 2 negative integers. So if you add 2 negative numbers together, or add 3 negative numbers or 4 negative numbers, any number of negative numbers, the result will be negative. But the addition process is just the same as you use for adding positives. What happens then when we add 2 integers with opposite signs, one positive and one negative? Let's try negative 11 plus positive 9. Now in this case, we have to think subtraction. What happens is we forget about the signs for a moment, make both of them positive, that is, take the absolute value of both of them. So in this case, I'm going to ignore the negative sign on the 11, and I subtract the smaller one from the larger one and write down the result. 11 minus 9 is 2. Now, I uncover that negative sign, and looking at these 2 numbers, 11 and 9, the one that has the one that's larger is going to win the sign war. So 11 is larger than 9. The 11 is negative, so the negatives win, and the answer becomes negative 2. So again, I first subtract the smaller number from the larger number, forgetting about signs, making them both positive. And then I look at which number of those 2 was larger, and I look at its sign, and that's the sign I give to my answer. So let's try this one. Let's try positive 11 plus negative 9. Again, looking at the absolute value of each of these, 11 and positive 9 now. Erase the negative sign for a moment. I take the smaller one away from the larger one, and I get 2. Now this time, 11 is larger than 9 still, but this time 11 is positive, so the result needs to be positive. You could also think of adding a negative number as a debt. If I start out $11 in the hole in this problem, I owe somebody $11, and I earn $9 in order to pay this person off, and I give them everything I have, I'm still going to owe them. I'm still going to be in debt $2. In this problem, I can think of it this way. I have $11 that I've earned, and I owe somebody a $9 debt. If I pay them off, I'm going to have $2 left, positive 2. So thinking about money might help you with integers. All right, let's just try a couple of practice problems. So number your paper 5, 6, 7, and 8. And go ahead and try -3 plus -4, -17 plus 5, 26 plus -18, and -1 plus -21. Go ahead, copy them down, and shut the video off, and think about your answers for a moment. And we'll come back with the next video.